back here for another mansion build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this one called Haunted Mansion on the Hill. So if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself, it is up on the gallery now. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1. There'll be a link down below to it, but if you go ahead and search it on the gallery, it isn't exactly called Haunted Mansion on the Hill, it's just called Haunted Mansion because I couldn't fit all those characters in on the gallery title, unfortunately, so I just kept it as Haunted Mansion on the gallery. But like I said, there is a link down below if you want to go ahead and download it there, and because I know it's easier for some people. So, you're probably wondering why on earth you're seeing a mansion build on a Friday. Well, you may have seen the other day I actually posted a tweet to let you all know that I'm going up to 2 mansion builds per week now. So, if you don't know, already I do a 64x64 lot mansion build, or, you know, sometimes a 50x50, but a mansion build on a Sunday. But since those are my most popular videos during the week, and I thought it might be a better idea to incorporate another one into the week at some point, just because it's something that everybody likes to see. So I thought, you know what, why not do more of it, because it's something that I like to build a lot as well. I love to build big homes, as you probably know. So I'm going to go ahead and do one every Friday and Sunday. Now, I know that probably sounds like a lot of work, and it is, but you know, I'm not going to kind of pressure myself too much when it comes to the Friday one. I'm definitely going to be keeping with the Sunday one like I always have, and I've never really missed a Sunday mansion build. But you know, say if something else is happening on a Friday, or I just cannot get the Friday one up, I'm not going to stress myself out about it because it is a bonus one after all. So you know, I'm going to try and do it every Friday, and you know, when I can. I do have a couple already, you know, recorded, so you're probably going to see, you know, mansion builds over the next few weeks, but you know, we're probably going to be having a pack come out at some point in the next few weeks or something, or next month. I have no idea, but you know, well, I don't know. Yeah, I think this is going to be before we've got this thing that's being posted on the Sims' Twitter and stuff early next week. So that's coming. I don't know what that's about, but I'm presuming it's going to be a pack announcement. And if it is, the pack's probably going to be coming in the next few weeks to a month. So you know, that might end up being a Friday when it's released or something, and I might have to change it up. So I'm not going to. The point is that I'm rambling too much here. The point is I'm not going to pressure myself too much to stick to the Friday mansion builds, but I'm going to try. Anyway, back to the build now. So this idea, it's funny because as you can see, I've used like the rocks to make the illusion that it's on a hill. I've done this before, like I actually have a mansion build called Mansion on the Hill, which I did a few weeks ago. Anyway, so I actually used the rocks to make that illusion of the hill. Well, I actually built this on the 1st of October, and then we had the Max's monthly stream a day after, and you know, we got terrain tools. So I was like, what? I don't know what to do. I was kind of like going back and forwards between thoughts of if I should scrap the build or not, because I've literally just spent ages doing this thing. As you can see, it's very tedious having to go around and do all these rocks around the build. And then just to find out, you know, 24 hours later that we're going to have terrain tools. So I was like, I don't know what to do. But I was kind of talking to some people on Twitter about it. And I think I'm just going to go, well, you can see now that I'm going to go ahead and upload it. And, you know, I will, of course, be doing some terrain tools when I actually get it. But I was kind of thinking it's probably going to be after, you know, Halloween when I actually get these tools. I don't want to wait that long before I start doing, you know, this build again. So I just thought it'd be best to upload it now, and I can redo it, or, you know, do some other types of things with terrain tools once the actual, you know, feature is released. Now, I'm not exactly too sure when it's going to be, but if you do have any ideas of what I could do with terrain tools in The Sims 4 in terms of builds, then please let me know in the comment section down below. So that'd be really helpful to hear. I do have a few ideas already planned, both mansion builds and just regular builds, but you know, I'm going to just keep adding to my list, and I can't wait to see what the actual thing is going to be about, because, you know, we don't really know that much at this point. This is actually the first video that I'm doing the voiceover for since we got the Max's monthly stream. For me, the stream is yesterday, so, you know, I'm really excited about that. You know, the career as well, that's really great. All that stuff for free, I'm really happy about. You know, I'm not really much of a game player myself, so the career doesn't really, you know, excite me, which is fine. You know, not every feature that's going to be released to the game is going to make everybody happy. You know, of course, I'm still happy about it, but for me personally, I'm not going to really have that many chances to play with it. So, you know, when I do get the chance, though, I will, you know, go ahead and check that out. But still really excited about everything. And yeah, so back to the build a little bit. Now, I don't normally create backstories and stuff like that for my builds, just because it's just not really something I want to do. But for this one, I thought it might be interesting to maybe create some sort of like, well, I think it'd be nice to kind of hear what your thoughts might be about this story and what the backstory of this home could be, because I feel like this is sort of like some sort of secrets about this build, because, you know, it's very spooky and everything on the outside, but, you know, there is still some normality about it, in the interior at least, and, you know, it's not, you know, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's not very like a vampire style, or it's not very, you know, totally like haunted when you look at it on the interior. Like, I'm talking about the interior, not the exterior. The exterior definitely does look like that, but the interior has some normality to it. I feel like the family that lives here may be trying to hide something, and they're trying to do that by making things look normal or something. Let me know if you have any thoughts about that down below in the comments section about what this build could be about, because I'd be really interested to hear what you think about it. And there was something else. Oh yeah, that's it as well. And also how there was like a lightning strike in the thumbnail, even though it's like just sunny weather. I thought that was pretty interesting as well, because I did actually give this lot the cursed lot trait, and I was thinking afterwards, because that was before I did the thumbnail, I was like, you know what, let's do a lightning strike in the thumbnail, because I thought that might be a little bit interesting, kind of like how it's a little bit bizarre regarding the interior and what I was mentioning, and then all of a sudden it's like lightning strikes going around the lot when it's just perfectly sunny weather in summer. So I thought that'd be an interesting thing to do. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything, it was just something interesting for the thumbnail, I suppose. But yeah, so this lot is on a 40 by 30. Now, if I was doing a 40 by 30 lot, I would not class it as a mansion at all. I don't think that is a mansion size. I mean, you know, you can make like 8 bedrooms in a 40 by 30 lot, but when our class as a mansion is 50 by 50s and 64 by 64s, that's just me personally. But since this is the biggest lot that we have in Forgotten Hollow, I just had to work with it, so I'm just, for this one exception, I'm going to call this a mansion build. So it doesn't really have that many things about it on the exterior. There's no like you know, sort of like backyard area or anything. It's all very sort of plain on the exterior. You can see where we've got this big kind of like terrace, I guess you could say, like where the front door is, like that big area. What I actually did was that particular area, as well as the balconies and also the kind of the back porch, I left it completely empty, apart from like the bins and the necessities. Apart from that, there's no kind of like outdoor furniture or barbecues, anything like that, because I thought it might fit in better with the with this kind of theme that I was thinking about, and kind of, you know, it just looks a little bit bizarre, you know, regarding what I was saying earlier as well. It kind of fits together a little bit. And also, I forgot to mention that this is that little guest house sort of thing. I did actually just change that into a general sort of sitting room. Maybe it's like a private room or something. It's kind of got like one of those little bar things from Vintage Glamour, and also just some seating areas and stuff. So I did that as well. And what else I was going to say about it? And then, oh, that was the other thing. I did like these little fountains, as you can see. There's like one in the front right, I guess you could say, and then there's also one in the backyard as well, like the backyard area. There isn't really a backyard, but you know, that sort of area in the build. And I did what, like the red sort of pool colour, like the water colour that's red. I forgot what pack it comes from. I think it's Get Together we got that water colour from. I've never used it before, but I thought it kind of fit really nicely with this idea. And it kind of looks a little bit spooky, I suppose. And yeah, so that just adds to the overall theme of the place. So let me know if you have any more kind of like sort of haunted or any kind of Halloween related builds that you want to see, because that'd be really helpful, because I know this is only going up on the 5th, is it? Hang on, I need to check the date. I literally cannot remember. Yeah, the 5th of October. I have this planned to go up on. Now, you know, it is a little bit early. I'm actually going to go ahead and do a poll on Twitter shortly. I should have maybe done this before I did the voiceover, because I'm going to go ahead and ask. I mean, I might not do it, just to see what people think about doing like these sort of like Halloween related videos at the beginning of, you know, October. I don't really know, but at the same time, it's not exactly Halloween. It's more of just a haunted type of thing, which, you know, I suppose it fits October, but I don't know if it's too early to do it. So I don't know, by the time this video goes up, what I'm saying is just not matter at all. But it's just me, I don't know what to think about that. So I'll just have to see. But right now we're just working on the interior, as you can see, and this is one of the bathrooms. All the bathrooms are identical, so I just went ahead and kind of just showed you the footage of this one, so you can kind of see what it's like. If you don't know, I don't normally include footage of bathrooms. If I do, I just include one, and I don't include it in the screenshots at the end either, because if you don't know as well, I do screenshots of all the rooms at the end of my builds, but bathrooms are the exception to that, because there are normally fairly boring and also very kind of uniform, I suppose. I make all the bathrooms the same in the houses that I do, so I don't include them because they are kind of similar styles for all my builds, so you kind of know what I do for bathrooms, so I feel like, you know, there's no point of me spending a good portion of the build just on that part. So as you can see, we're right now working on the interior, and you can kind of see some normal sort of furniture throughout it. You know, the wallpapers and these particular chairs kind of take away from that, but overall it is sort of, you know, more of like a normal family home style in some areas. So I thought it was kind of interesting idea to add to this. So this build in total took me about an hour and 20 to 30 minutes or so. I've got like an hour and 5 minutes of footage, but I did like the bathrooms and the wall coverings and flooring off screen, so I'm kind of taking that into account. It's probably going to be about an hour and a half it took me, so no time at all. I mean, like normal at this point, but you know, I was actually thinking that this would take me a little bit longer because it's not my normal style of builds and not a normal style of mansion build that I do every week, so I thought it would take me a little bit longer because I'm not used to everything in terms of the styling, but I was actually kind of surprised myself that it didn't take too long. And I mean, it is only a 40 by 30 as well, so that's going to cut down the time quite a bit too compared to a normal mansion build. And yeah, so this is the kitchen area here, and this kind of quarter of the house, I guess you could say. Is it a quarter? Not, well, I suppose like this main kind of open area downstairs is sort of like just the general, I guess, kitchen and dining put together. So it has like a little glass roof, which when I kind of went in to do this build, I was like not too sure about that, because when I went into this build actually to start with, I thought it was going to be for like a vampires or like a vampire family or something, but I kind of went away from that a little bit, so I suppose the glass roof was not really something to worry about, because I mean, you know, vampires probably don't want that in the home. But you know, since this may not be for vampires, you can, you know, I'm not going to worry about it too much. But you know, if you are going to play with vampires in this house, then feel free to go ahead and change that into a normal roof, or just leave it if it's not a big deal, you're not worrying about it as much as me. Anyway, so this is the dining table, as you can see, and we'll also have a little bar area there too. And yeah, so regarding other things that's going on, I'm trying to think if there's anything interesting to talk about. Not really, but actually today I did actually become a game changer for The Sims Free Play. So if you don't know, I have been an EA game changer for about a year now, primarily for The Sims 4, and then I did become a Sims Mobile game changer about 2 weeks ago or something, and then just today I actually got invited to the Sims Free Play game changer program as well. So you may see some, you know, Sims Free Play content on the channel, I don't really know. And you just have to say about that. I can't really say anything else, but you know, you may see something, hint hint, coming up, but you know, but even just, you know, normal, I don't know. I just have to say, because so it's kind of like I'm always sort of worried when it comes to doing things on the channel other than builds, because I don't really feel like anybody's interested, but at the same time, it's stuff that I really want to do sometimes other than builds, so it's kind of good for me to create, but at the same time, in terms of you like that sort of stuff, I don't really know, so I do try to keep things balanced, and builds being the main thing, but you know, it is sometimes nice to switch things up. So this room right here is just another kind of sitting room, and also that's the other thing as well. In the main living room area, you would have seen that we put a TV in. Now I feel like for this sort of home, having like a TV and electronics and computers and stuff may not be a normal thing, but like I said at the beginning, that this family seems to be hiding something. That may be one of the things that they're trying to do to make it seem a little bit more normal. I don't really know, but like I said again, leave any thoughts that you have down below in the comment section, and we can kind of come up with a backstory for this. And yeah, so this is one of the next bedrooms. Again, these are a little bit more on the normal side for this style of home. Again, adding to that, and there's not really any specific kind of rooms for, you know, this is going to be for kids, these are going to be for a teen. If you don't know, I don't like to do specific rooms like that in my builds. I do just keep them fairly neutral. You know, most of my rooms that I do in speed builds have just double beds and are fairly neutral and are not like kids rooms or anything. I don't really enjoy doing kids rooms, but that's not really the reason I do it. It's because, you know, these builds I don't use myself, they just go up in the gallery for you to download. So if I'm doing very specific rooms, it will make it harder for you to find a build that's going to be perfect for you. Now, you know, the majority of the time you're going to have to make changes to the build to fit your family anyway, but I suppose me not doing these very specific rooms kind of just makes it a little bit easier for you. So That's why I don't really do those type of rooms that often, but you know, saying that, it is sometimes nice to switch things up and try different furniture styles and things, so sometimes if I'm in the mood to, I will go ahead and do that sort of thing, but not very often. So we're just working on another one of these rooms here. Now this is a single bed. Now this could maybe be for a kid or a teen, and again it is neutral depending on what type of kid, personality, you know, that sort of thing. You can, you know, more personalise it if you need to, but you know, fairly neutral there for you to download. We're just working on, I don't know how many more bedrooms. I think there's like 3 more bedrooms to do, and it is 5 in total, and there's 4 bathrooms. Like I said, one of them I showed you, the 3 others are kind of identical, so I didn't go ahead and show you those. I think one of them is a half bathroom. Yeah, one of them upstairs is a half bathroom, just because I didn't really have the space for it. And yeah, I mean, I suppose if I paid a little bit more attention to the floor plan, I could maybe get it a little bit better, but recently I have been having a lot of trouble when it comes to floor plans, and I just can never really get them that right. I don't know why, I always have trouble when it comes to that, but sometimes it works out in my favour, sometimes it doesn't. In this particular case, you know, it was alright, but I did have a couple of trouble here, like, that didn't make sense, a couple of troubles here and there, but, you know, in the end, I am really happy how it turned out. Anyway, we're at the end of this rebuild here. I really hope you enjoyed. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of it. If you have any more suggestions that you want to see next in terms of speed builds or mansion builds, then feel free to leave that down below in the comment section. Leave a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!